All right, greetings all. Thank you for returning to my channel. I'm Professor Nooney. Allow me to welcome you back to the Fight Night Champion Custom Boxer BareKnuckle Tournament. We have reached the finals of Group A, the last two remaining fighters in that group. Right in front of you, George Bush and Adonis Johnson Creed, tearing through all of their opponents, coming right to a head with these last two fighters in this particular group. Very, very exciting fight, I believe, that we're going to have planned for tonight. Somewhat similar styles. Bush very conservative, Johnson very picky with his shots, but really solid. I can't wait to find out who's going to win and represent Group A proudly against the winner of the finals of Group B. That being said, I'm going to show the bracket as it currently stands. We have 4 fighters remaining. So as a reminder, as always a reminder, if you have not caught up with where we are right now, I highly recommend that you pause the video or stop it, go back to pick up where you left off, or if you haven't watched any of our previous fights, go back all the way to round 1, fight 1. That was between George Bush and Black Magic. Obviously, you know the winner between those two fighters. If you are already caught up, or you simply don't care about the rest of the tournament, then allow me to reveal the bracket to you as it currently stands. We are here in our finals match, George Bush versus Adonis Johnson Creed. George Bush narrowly edging out a victory against Black Magic, which I think was about the only opponent that was close to beating him. It came down to the wire, the very last round, and George narrowly managed to come out on top. He then took on Spawn and got a really good KO against him. Not too long ago, we saw George Bush take on the Hawk, pretty much picked him apart. And now we are having George Bush versus Adonis Johnson Creed. He's no pushover either, easily demolishing Ving Rhames at the pen. Same thing goes for Ice Cube, never really looked like he had a chance. And Biggie Smalls, though, Biggie Smalls put up one hell of a fight. Again, I have to bring up the fact that Biggie Smalls went all 10 rounds, well, made it to the 10th round with Creed, and that was just a somewhat of a fulfilling victory, if you will, or a fulfilling fight for him. He was not a pushover. He went further with Creed than any of Creed's other opponents, so you have to give it to him for that. Bringing it down to the Group B, we see who our last two opponents are here. We'll review each of their fights once it comes time for doing the finals for Group B. But as it stands now, we are going ahead with George Bush versus Adonis Johnson Creed. Cannot wait to see who's going to win. Again, we are in the Metro Manila Arena, because that is in the Philippines, not in America, so we can have people crowd around us. Our fighters have been tested, as well as our referee and the trainers. You hear the roar of the crowd. Very exciting, very honored that they get to see the last fight in Group A. George Bush just waiting for the fight to begin. Doesn't want to reveal too much. Always seems a little complacent at the beginning of the fight. Same goes for Adonis Johnson Creed. These men are really they really deserve where they are right now in the bracket. Approaching the fight in the same manner with the same energy. Looking at each other's eyes, not breaking eye contact. Each one looking at the other saying, this is my fight, I got this. But much respect to how far you've made it. Start of round 1, let's get it going. Wolfman charge out right into the ring. George Bush trying to sort of start off with the offensive, perhaps thinking that Creed will be anticipating him being very defensive, although Bush taking a couple of headshots there. I think Bush trying to throw Creed off of his game, saying, yeah, have you seen my last 3 fights? I came out really cautious and careful. Let me try to come at and charge right at you. You may not be expecting that. Don't really think Creed is having any trouble negotiating around that different tactic of Bush. Bush going for those body shots. Probably aware of Creed's legendary stamina, how it's done him very, very well so far. So much so, he's made it to the finals of Group A. Bush taking a headshot there. Jab, gets in an uppercut. Bush tries to weave in. Creed ready for him. Backing up. Creed punching nothing but air. Going for an uppercut. Bush gets a body shot in there, and Creed misses with an overhand right. Both men really trading blows. Bush goes for a left hook, but Creed backs up. Bush not doing a tremendous job in defending some of these shots, getting hit with a lot of headshots. Perhaps just trying to eat through everything in order to get to them, in order to get to the body. Trying to wear Creed down. End of round one.
He's winning the fight. I mean, he's winning. He's taking it. You got to take it to him this round, all right? You got to bring it. The left hook is working good. Just apply some fucking pressure. You understand what I'm saying?
Beautiful, lindissimo, beautiful. I want another round like that. This is your fight.
All right, start of round two. Bush's corner telling him, get in with that left hook. Creed's corner telling him, please continue to do what you're doing. Bringing up the CompuBox numbers for round one. You can see that Bush had a little bit more success with the body shots. But as far as headshots go, Creed all over it, throwing out more and hitting more, therefore getting more percentage, a higher percentage of connection shots. Let's see if Bush will heed his trainer's advice. Will he go for that left hook? Bush really having trouble defending from a lot of these punches coming his way, eating a lot of headshots. Backing up a little bit. There goes the left hook that his corner wanted. Creed sort of was cutting off the ring a wee bit there. Creed going for body shots, but Bush is blocking those. It appears that Bush is doing well to defend his body, not so much in the head area. Creed looks like that he doesn't really care much for that. Just gonna play his game and do what he wants, regardless of what his opponent does. Creed catches Bush with a good left hand. Both men trading shots there. Creed with a really good right hand. Another good left. Bush tries to get out of the way, not quick enough. Creed trying to circle around Bush. Bush weaving out of the way of some of those punches. Misses with the right there. Coming up in the end of round two. Creed sneaks in a punch, and let's go to the corners.
Keep it up. Keep it up. That's it now. Nice workout. Keep fighting smart and keep busy. Don't take a break with it, guys. Okay. You're doing good. You're doing good. Keep it up.
Throw more punches out there. Got me? He's outworking. We got it. You're stronger than him. Let's let him feel those punches. You gotta bring it to him, kid. We're not winning this fight right now.
All right, start of round three. Bush taking a couple of headshots right there again. Bush's corner again, not satisfied with his performance. Bush backing up a little bit. Trying to block some of these body shots. Johnson backing up to the corner and against the ropes. Catches Bush with a pretty good left uppercut. Bush has Creed against the ropes, but doesn't appear he has any sort of advantage. Catches Creed with a pretty good right uppercut, though. Misses with that counter punch. Dodging some of these shots, but not connecting with the punish. Bush gets caught again with another uppercut. Creed really mobile in this round. Sticks and move. Against the ropes, gets out of there. Bush pretty well at blocking these body shots, but not so much with the headshots. Bringing up the CompuBox numbers from last round, we can see that they are somewhat even in the body shot area, but Creed having much more success in the headshots, and that just echoes throughout the entire fight, connecting much better with the headshots. Both fighters, on the other hand, seem to be about on par with one another when it comes to body blows. Bush in the corner now. It's caught with an uppercut. Fought his way out, blocking these body shots, going for body shots himself. Creed keeping him out. Bush pretty selective about when he chooses to guard. End of round 3, let's go to the corners.
You're letting this guy get away. Come on, this is it. You gotta make it a fight now. You can't just move around.
Keep doing what you're doing. Keep the jab pumping, then throw the lead right hand. You're winning this fight. Nice and relaxed. You're in control, all right? Got that? You're in control.
All right, start of round 4. Taking a look at Teddy's scorecards, he has the first 3 rounds given to Creed. I don't believe there's anyone really in this arena that would argue with that. Holy crap! Creed is stunned! Creed is stunned by a left hook that Bush's corner's been begging him to throw out all night. Will he recover? He's pushing Bush off of him, and it looks like he's getting back on his feet. Or rather, getting stable. What a left hand! Creed in the corner, backing up. Bush, unexpected throwing of the left hand there. Definitely caught Creed off guard. Unbelievable punch. But Creed's resilience recovers, keeps Bush off of him long enough to recuperate, stays on his feet. Looking at the CompuBox numbers from the last round, we see that he was getting in many more body shots than Bush was, although Bush had a little bit more success that round with the headshots.
Keep moving, keep moving.
Bringing up the numbers for the fight's total, we can see that they are somewhat even with the overall body shots, although Creed a bit more successful, but definitely taking the lead with the headshots. But unbelievable, was not expecting that left hand. If he was asleep before, he certainly is awake now. Bush having a little bit more bounce in his step this time, or rather this round. Perhaps playing possum the first 3, saying, I'll give you those. First thing I'm going to do when we come out in the 4th round, I'm going to rock you. Now you understand, I'm here to play. Creed going for the body there. Gets caught in the body himself as he's coming in. Pretty good right hand by Bush. Bush all over these body shots, blocking. End of round 4, let's go to the corner.
Keep your hands up. You're throwing punches, but your hands are down. Are you good? Focus now. Focus.
He's hooking to the body. Where's your hook at? Come on now. You're stronger than him. You need the hook to the body.
All right, start of round 5. Pretty sure Creed is a bit more cautious this round. Unexpected left hand. That left haymaker rocked him pretty well. Bringing up the CompuBox numbers from the last round, we can see Bush pulling ahead with the headshots. That left hook, he landed 3, but one of those did significant damage. Creed still coming up on top with the body shots that round. Looking at the overall fight totals, Bush still sort of tagging behind with both headshots and body shots, but he is picking his punches a bit better than Creed. Creed going for some hard shots right here. Keeps going for the body. Bush is doing really well to guard it. That may be the secret to Bush's strategy this whole time.
You're not focusing.
They're all the headshots you want. You're going to waste a ton of energy if you try to weaken me. Stamina is both of these men's game, but Creed probably thinking that, well, it worked the last few fights. His game appeared to be, at least his last 3 fights, were to go for his opponent's body to weaken them. In that effort, they withered down much quicker than he did. It almost appeared as if he wasn't exerting himself in any regard. However, Bush doing very well to guard his body, and as a result, Creed appears to be a bit more winded than Bush. The crowd not liking this round, not liking the defense, the lack of output coming from coming from Bush.
Let it go.
Bush perhaps just playing having a little rest round in round 5. End of round 5, let's go to the corners.
All right. You want this fight? Because listen to me, man. If you want this fight, you gotta stay busy out there, all right? Because you're losing this fight. Why? Because you're not throwing any punches.
This is a wipeout. You're winning this fight. Estás ganando. Just keep doing what you're doing, and you got it.
Start of round 6. Immediately Creed going for that body. Again, Bush taking those headshots. Looks like he can eat them just fine. Bringing up the CompuBox numbers from the last round. We can see that both men sort of weakened a little bit in the headshot area. Or rather, Bush slowing down quite a bit. Creed, on the other hand, desperately going for them body shots. Bringing up the overall CompuBox numbers for the fight. Creed throwing out over 170 body shots, connecting half of them. And connecting more headshots than Bush. However, it doesn't appear to be as though he's in better condition than Bush is. It's just a matter of Bush fighting really conservatively, which has been his game since the beginning of this tournament, and Creed being a bit aggressive. Both men trading shots there. That was a good body shot by Creed. That kind of affected Bush. Bush trying to weave in, getting Creed into the corner. Creed waits until he's within range and then starts throwing punches out there. Both men get caught with uppercuts. Not a whole lot of power behind them. Bush going for a right hand. Doesn't really look like much came with it. Bush gets caught with the right hand there. Creed's trainer telling him body shots, and go in and out. Bush with blocking these body shots, but not following up with much. Gets caught with the right hand there. Looks affected by it, bleeding out of his left eye. Creed leaps in, then goes back. Bush being really careful. He's chasing down Creed, but doesn't do much when he gets there. Let's go to the corners.
All right. You are dominating this fight. Keep it up. Keep doing what you're doing. Good. Nice work. Listen, I want you to go downstairs, then upstairs, okay?
Keep on this guy. Keep hunting him down, all right? Cut the ring off and move him into the ropes. I want you on this guy. Listen, I want you to pick his jabs. He throws a jab, carry it away.
All right, start of round 7. Both fighters immediately going for body shots there, and Bush, again, taking those headshots, which I believe is what's making him lose these rounds. Although he catches Creed with a pretty good body shot right there. Bringing up the CompuBox numbers from the last round, we can see that Creed maintaining that advantage of better connection with his punches. Overall fight total still has the advantage, although he is a bit more winded than Bush is. Wondering if that fatigue is going to set in. Holy crap! Bush gets knocked down by a straight right, and that's the end of the fight! That's it! Ladies and gentlemen, completely unexpected, at least on my part. I did not expect Bush to, number one, go down, and number two, have the referee stop the fight on the first knockdown. Bush appeared to be in much better condition than Creed was. Creed catches him with a phenomenal right to the head. Not even a count goes. Bush immediately declared unable to fight. Knockout by Adonis Johnson Creed in the 7th round. Completely unexpected. What a phenomenal clash that was. I was speechless at the end of the fight. I could not believe that Bush got knocked. That's his first knockdown of the tournament and his only knockdown of the tournament. The only time he's ever been knocked down was in this fight. As cautious as he was, to be completely honest, I had George Bush making it out of this. I had actually him winning the tournament itself. Creed throwing a wrench in the engine there. Unbelievable. Well, as a result, he gets that well-deserved, hard-earned, golden, glorious 4 points, which represent a knockout. And with that, we now have the first person, the first fighter to make it out of their group, that being Adonis Johnson Creed. Hardly believe that anybody expected it to go this way. I was very much asleep on Adonis Creed. I figured Vig Rhames would actually be the one to take him out in the first round. I had no faith in Creed. Goes to show you how much I know about these fighters. Very, very little. With this being completed, we now have only one fight left before we come down to the final two competitors. Before that, we have Frankenstein versus Kimbo Slice. The winner taking on none other than Adonis Johnson Creed. Really, really close to this fight, or rather this tournament coming to an end. Place your bets, folks. Who do you have to make it out of Group B, and who do you have to make it, or rather, who do you have to win the entire tournament? My bet is gone. I secretly had George Bush winning it all. Creed put that to sleep, if you will. Creed completely made that an impossibility. He himself is now eligible for winning this tournament. He only has one fight left to go, and at the rate at which he's going, it really appears as though he's going to take it. Not sure if either of these fighters have much against his strategy or his approach to each of his fights. Unbelievable. Well, with that being said, thank you all to those who came to check out my video, for watching my video. I appreciate all the views, notoriety I can get. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz, and as always, take care. And God bless.